Hey guys, we are here with Snow this morning. I wanted to give an update on how well he's doing with his loose leash healing. As you can see, he's doing great. We've made a lot of progress. As you can see, he still gets a little bit ahead, more than I'd like, so we are still doing a lot of turns and everything, but he is now finally starting to follow my lead and walk with me at my pace rather than just flying to the end of the slip lead. Excuse me. So one really important thing that I wanted to discuss as far as loose leash healing goes, training your dog isn't a magic trick where all of a sudden I take your dog for a few weeks and now they are instantly going to be better anytime you take them anywhere. That is not how dog training works. Your dog is still going to be your dog. They are still going to have the same personality. It's just more about you learning how to work with your particular dog and help them through situations that are currently an issue for you. So being a handler for your dog is key to training. If your dog doesn't have somebody to follow and followed instructions with, they're going to instantly take the lead, and that's fine because somebody needs to tell them what to do, right? So if they don't have that leader, they're going to do whatever feels natural to them. Now, if you don't consistently be that handler for your dog, they're going to slip back right back to the way they were before they came to training. So, come on, Snow. Good boy. Here's my buddy. So if you don't work on your handling skills as far as walking and when you pop and when you stop and when you change directions with him, so that you can learn to become a confident and consistent handler for him, you're not going to see any change in him. This isn't going to just magically fix itself. Hi, buddy. Yes, good boy. Snow. Sit. So making sure we follow through with everything is super important. Okay. So like right there, I'm going to do a turn. So takeoffs are really tough because dogs instantly want to start taking the lead. So right off the bat, left turns are great for Snow. Now it took us a couple of days because, as I've mentioned before, he is just a nervous dog in general. Even the first few days, he got a little snippy if I grabbed his collar or anything too fast. Even just releasing pressure like this, those fast movements near his head really spook him. So doing left turns even was a little sketchy at first because I didn't want to go ahead and do that and bump into his face, which is what I normally do, until we grew a nice trusting relationship. And now I'm not so worried because he knows me and he's a sweet boy. And he really does love all the pets. He is such a happy boy. He really loves to be told that he's doing a good job. He always has a smile on his face. Don't you, Snowball? He is a good boy. So we've really grown a good relationship. I've kept the slip lead on him even in his crate sometimes, just so that he can get used to us, playing with his neck. I do a lot of things like this with him now, just moving his slip lead and adjusting it a lot, because especially on shepherds, you want to make sure that your leash is positioned properly. So see how it's under his double chin right there? I don't want that. I want it above that double chin. So I'm going to do that. Sorry, this is hard with one hand. Good boy, honey. Anyway, like I said, it's hard with one hand, but I want it up here right below his neckline. See where that little line is? That's the perfect little indicator of where you want it. And then you want it up nice and high behind his head where it is centered with his nose. You want to have your little gold loop centered with his nose, and it's going to slip. It's going to go like this. Now, when I try and apply pressure and it's down on his throat and it's off-centered, it's not going to be on his pressure points, so it's not going to work as easily or as it's supposed to. So giving it some nice slack. See already, as soon as I put it positioned properly, his whole demeanor kind of just changed. Then I'm just going to slide the safety down just about right there, enough that it stops it, but it's still loose. We don't want any pressure on it, right? Then when we start taking off, you always have to be in front of him, because right away, see right there, as soon as I started walking, he tried to take the lead. He sees my cat, so he's trying to walk towards the cat. But doing this is really key. You have to make sure you hold this on your fingertips, because right there, see how he's ahead? I actually even just used a golf club just to make a line right here so that he couldn't pass it any further, so that he kind of starts to understand even a little bit better that he only gets to move forward when he's in this line. And as soon as he gets there, I'm either going to stop, make him sit, pop, tell him to pay attention, or change directions to get him to go behind me again, and now I'm in the lead again. So a lot of direction changes with him. Pops are important, but with him it's more important to teach him stops. So again, he sees my cat, so he's trying to get to the cat. But again, I have to give him the opportunity to do it right. If I go like this and I tense up, what's he gonna do? He's just gonna be like, oh, there's a cat, I have to go get it, there's pressure, I should be worried. Right there, I did more than 2 or 3 pops. He's still focusing on the distraction, so I'm going to make myself more exciting by changing direction and getting him to look at me again. Come on, buddy. Yes, that's a good boy. That's so good, Snow. Yeah, good job, handsome. See how much cleaner that was? I was giving him verbal encouragement, telling him he's doing a good job. Now he's just slightly behind me. We have no pressure. If I turn, he walks with me. Good boy, Snowball. Right here is perfect time for a left turn. So you can see if he's too far ahead of me and I turn left, he's going to get bumped into. If he's in the proper position, right there, even there was a little tight, right? But right turns, I can turn direction this way. Good boy. Now, when you do right turns, it's important to know you don't want to pull him around turns, right? So when you turn, if he doesn't notice, you don't want to jerk on this leash and pull him through. That's not going to help. We cannot teach him that red light means stop and red light means go. That's going to confuse him, right? So instead, what you need to do is do a pop when you turn, to just say, pay attention, I just turned and you weren't focusing. Just doing that with the leash, right? So we turn, perfect. Not gonna pull him, see how I just gave him a tiny little boop, and it was very minimal. You might not have even noticed how small I did, right? That's like all the pressure you need. I can do all of this on fingertips, right? If I go like this, what happens? See how white knuckles? No good. If I go like this and he turns, what happens is I instantly apply pressure, because it's just, it happens. There's nothing you can do about that. If you're choked up on the leash, that's what happens. So learning to just kind of let this sit on your fingertips like this and let the leash slide on your fingers rather than it just getting stuck because you're clamped down on it is how you do loose leash heeling. All right, so that was perfect. He got a little excited. He picked up his pace a little bit. And because I had it on my fingertips, I was able to just say, slow down, pay attention. And this is great. So this is a much cleaner heel than last week when he started. Of course, he's still got some work to go. But that's okay, because he's just about a week and a half in. He'll be 2 weeks on Friday. Boo-boo-boo. It's nice and loose. So there you have it, guys. Mr. Snow is making great progress. I'm super happy with him. Again, doing a lot of building up his confidence, making him feel more secure in his own fur, is really going to be key for him. So he's a good boy. And if you guys have any questions or you need help with your dogs, give us a call today. We'd be happy to help you like we are with Snow. Have a great day, guys.